Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Marathon QuickStops Eddie Spradlen Show, where we cover everything here inside of Burley Stadium with the Greeneville Green Devils. As always, I'm here with Greeneville head coach Eddie Spradlen. Coach, how's it going this afternoon?
It's going, man.
Hey, it's a little cooler today.
Yeah, for sure.
It's overcast. It's not 80 degrees out here on this hot turf, so it's feeling a little better today. Unfortunately, conditions throughout the county aren't as good as everybody would like them to be. We've had a lot of things go on throughout the county and throughout the state, as a matter of fact, too. I know Irwin County's been hit hard. I know Cott County's been hit hard. And then parts of Greene County over here, of course, have been hit hard. And we're thinking and praying of everybody that's been affected. I know I've known people personally that have been affected. I know you personally have been affected, too. So it's going to be another weird season, I guess, from here on out. We talked about it at the beginning of the season and joked around about how we were hoping for another smooth season. Mother Nature, again, had different plans for us. And with Hurricane Helene and the floods throughout Greene County and throughout the eastern part of Tennessee, it's kind of going to put a handicap on things throughout the rest of the year, where we're going to be worrying about, can we practice today? Well, can we play? You can't play if you don't have any water at your home venue. Luckily, you still have a road game this week against Sullivan East that I think will hopefully get in. But as some people probably know, and we talked about it off air, the volunteer game that we would normally be covering right now has been canceled. So just take me through the state of everything, the state of the floods, just the state of Greeneville football at this point. It's just a weird time right now. Just take me through everything.
Yeah, first off, you want to say, our hats off to everybody going through this difficult time. That, anything that we can do to help somebody, please reach out. We've got a lot of people on this football team that, going through some tough times right now. But, we're here to support them. The school's doing a great job to try to get food out. There's tremendous amount of support for this community. It just shows how strong of a community that we live in. That, we're obviously not blessed right now with everything that's going on, but just blessed with the support from everybody. That not even involves football, just, from just driving around, people working everywhere, and people's volunteering their time to do things just to help people out. It says a lot about Greene County, and, we're here to any help that we can be for anybody. But like you said, our volunteer game kind of started off as going to be a Friday night game. We talked about moving it to Thursday. We ended up moving it to Saturday. They wanted to move it to Saturday, so we moved it to Saturday. But after everything that happened Friday night, we moved it to Monday, and then we got the word that we weren't going to be able to have any water probably in town with the water distribution center being hit. But so we asked volunteer if they'd host the game so we could still get it in tonight, but ended up they didn't want to host it. They wanted to take a no contest with everything's going on, so we're moving on from that, putting that behind us, and we're focusing on Sullivan East. Right now, obviously a difficult time going on in Greene County right now, like we said, affecting a lot of people, but we felt like it was best just kind of continue to do some of the similar schedule that we normally do with these kids, just to get them doing something. Obviously, if it affects them, they're not going to be able to be here, but it's not like we say you got to be here or not. It's one of those things. We're just giving them an opportunity to do some stuff that they're normally doing, play football that they are all. A lot of these kids, it's their senior year and they don't want to miss a game, and we've reached out to different area high schools. I believe we're going to travel on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday to Jefferson County High School, where we're going to practice there. We've got a locker room that we can use. It's going to be a great opportunity for us to practice and for us to feed our kids. A lot of these kids are going to be in tough situations getting meals right now, with especially all these fast food restaurants being closed down and everything. But they're getting that, and it's a great opportunity for those kids to get a shower. We're going to put them on a bus. We're going to go down there. We'll practice, do everything. They're opened up their facilities to us. We're going to practice down there, be able to shower down there, eat down there, so it'll be really good for them. We're going to do that for 2 or 3 days and see where we are with the water situation here. And like you said, we're on the road Friday at Sullivan East. They're hosting, Elizabeth and them were supposed to play on Friday. It got moved to Saturday as well. Then they've moved it to tonight. It was supposed to be at Elizabethton, but Carter County got hit pretty hard, so they've moved it to Sullivan East. Sullivan East is going to host it for them, so they're playing that tonight at 6. So it's going to be a short week for Sullivan East. So we're working with them, and we'll go there to play the football game. But difficult times right now. We're trying to make the most of a really tough situation. Just kind of get these kids doing something where they're not just sitting at home, where no school right now because of the water situation. But we felt like it was best to continue as much as we could, and I believe our volleyball and cross country teams are going to Dobbins Bennett to use their facilities. Our soccer team and somebody else is going to Science Hill. Our middle school football team's going to practice at Dobbins Bennett. So we really appreciate all these schools. I reached out to Coach Woolsey about the idea of trying to go to these other schools on, on Saturday night, and then Jefferson County reached out to me. Coach Spencer Riley, is a Jefferson County guy. I know him for a long time, and he reached out to me Sunday morning, anything we could do, and I said, well, we're kind of looking for somewhere to practice, and he said, well, we'll open it up for you. And their school superintendent and their principal been really good to us and said anything we need, they're there for us. So we really appreciated what they're doing for us to be able to practice and continue as much regular week as we can.
It's going to be weird for sure going forward. I know it'll be weird not just this week, but next week also, because we don't know the extent of things at this point, too. You don't know how long Greene County's going to be without water. I know some people have been without power, and the power's been restored. It was scary for a lot of people. I know you had a nightmare of a weekend, I guess you could say,
sure.
Also, because for a lot of people, depending on where you lived, you didn't know how the extent of things were going to go. Because me personally, I was scared with the Asheville Highway Bridge. You had seen some bridges go out throughout the area. That old dam held up.
Yeah.
It did. And we're fortunate it did, because if it didn't, then things were going to be a lot worse. Very fortunate that dam held up. Very fortunate we get to sit here today, too, because for a lot of people, things could have been a lot worse. And even though they did get to the extent that they did, we're fortunate to not have it as bad as a few other counties did. And to those counties also, Irwin County and Cotton County, if there's anything those people need, let us know if there's anything we can do. I know I've offered it to a few people. If there's anything that I could do personally, I'll offer a set of hands. I'll come and I'll just help move stuff, because for some people on the western side of Greene County, on the northern side of Greene County, it didn't affect them as much. So for us, I mean, if there's anything we can do, if you're a part of the western side of Greene County or the northern side of Greene County, if there's anything that you could do personally, extend a helping hand, go out, help people move stuff on the southern side. If you've got water available at your house, if you've got water bottles, if you know somebody that has a well that can fill up water jugs or anything like that, let everybody know. Just lend a helping hand in this time, because it's definitely a difficult time. And like I mentioned, we don't know how long this is going to last.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said before, we're blessed to live in such a caring and supportive community, not just for Greeneville football. I'm just talking about in general, the whole community, what everybody does for people when in tough times. It's a really special place to live.
Absolutely, I agree. But I think that's all in the first half. We'll go ahead and preview that Sullivan East game a little bit in the second half. But before we do that, we need to get a word from our sponsors first. So we'll be right back in just a minute here on Grassroots Media.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greeneville, Tennessee.
Pizza Inn offers contactless buffet to go with JoJo's Family Feast or anything on our menu for carryout. We also honor birthday parties and cater to businesses and large events. We make it easy. Call us today. Pizza Inn Greeneville.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Marathon QuickStops Eddie Spradlen Show, where we cover everything here inside of Burley Stadium with the Greeneville Green Devils. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Eddie Spradlen. So we've got Sullivan East this week. It's a Region 1 4A matchup again. It's another important game. You're traveling on the road to play at Sullivan East this week. On the back half, we talked about how hard it is kind of adjusting to everything, where you can't practice here. You have to travel to Jefferson City to practice. Things have just been a lot different this week. I know preparation's been a lot different. It's going to be a weird week going forward, but until you get to Friday night, when things kind of get normal, whenever you get to travel on a bus and you get to go up there and play at your regularly scheduled time of 7:30, what do you expect when you take the field against the Patriots?
You know, they're a football team that's continued to get better as the season went on. They've played a tough schedule earlier in the year, and they've been in, they've lost some really close games, but they have a really good quarterback that throws the football good, and they do a kind of Hal Mummy air raid stuff. You know, there's been some stuff out there that he's been, helping with them some this year. So it's been it'll be a little different situation, with like you said, we're practicing here or there, but we'll try to get those guys ready for a big-time region matchup. They're going to throw the football. They're just going to spread. Their offensive line goes from about hash to hash, spread you out, even maybe a little wider than that. And it's something different that, we don't get to see a lot, and they're going to throw it, 95% of the time they're going to throw the football. We've not seen a ton of throwing teams, so it's going to be a good challenge for us. But, when you play a team like that, it could go either way. We could pick them off a bunch, or they could hit big plays. And a team that throws the football gives them an opportunity just to hit somebody the wrong coverage comes up and over the head, and it makes it a chance for somebody like that to stay in a football game. But they play really hard, big offensive line, have one of the better offensive linemen in our conference for sure. So it'll be a big challenge on Friday night.
How do you strategize against that? Because a lot of the teams that we talk about, they're more run heavy. They like to keep it on the ground a lot and establish the run in a football game. Whenever you play a team like that that's so pass heavy and air raid, how do you strategize against that?
It gives us the opportunity to work some of the stuff that we think we need to work to help us be successful down the road. We'll probably change up and doing a little more of a three-front package up front for us to work those guys, get an extra DB out on the field to help cover all the throwing in different situations. So, it'll be a good opportunity for us to work things that we think that we need to be ready for in the playoffs.
What's their defense look like also?
They're going to play a 4-front, and they mix it up a little, and 3-front and 3-4 stuff. But, they fly around. They're a physical football team. So it'll be a good challenge for us offensively as well. And right now we're going to go, how long has it been since we played a football game? It seems like forever. So we're getting those situations. We're going to have to knock a little rust off of us. At the end of the day, it's going to be, we played Morristown West
last Friday.
Yeah, so it's going to be
2 weeks from game to game.
Yeah, game to game. So we're going to have to. It'll be, and we've not been able to. Last week on Wednesday we had to do a walkthrough in the gym in the cafeteria because of the weather. We couldn't get on the field, the lightning. And Thursday you had all that rain. We had to do the same thing, and then we were going to come back out here on Friday and practice, but then it's just started getting worse, so we didn't practice then. So we didn't practice today on Monday, so we're going to have to shake a little off. And but our kids, it'd be good for some guys to get healed up and but we'll be ready to go hopefully on Friday night. We're gonna be it'll be a tough situation, but it'll be like you in camp, back in camp, no school, just a little football practice, and make it a little exciting. Get on a bus, go somewhere else and practice. So see how good they got it here. So, but we'll be excited on Friday night.
One thing that I failed to talk about in the first half was just how much that volunteer game could affect things. In the end, it doesn't really affect things as much as I think people may realize losing that game, because at the end of the day, so far you're 1-0 in region play with that win over Cherokee. The volunteer game is put behind you now, that it's a no contest. You still got Sullivan East, Northview, and Elizabethton left on the schedule. So if you're able to win all three of those games, nothing changes.
Yeah.
You still run the table, you still go undefeated, and you still win the region. If you drop a game, though, that's when things could become a little different, because then you're in the situation of, well, you're playing one less game. This team could have one loss and you could have one loss, and a team has one more win. So things could be a little different in the end, but at the end of the day, if things go the way that you want them to in the end and you run the table, then nothing will change, and you get to be Region 1 4A champion.
You know, right now I think you know, the third place team in our region right now is probably Cherokee, and Elizabethton beat them, we beat them. So, you know, Cherokee beat Northview. So, like you said, if we do what we're supposed to do, we should be all right. It's not going to be. At the end of the day, it's a no contest, and it don't affect anybody's record. So, we should be all right. And you know, we had talks with TSSAA about we were trying to play this game. Right now, it's a no contest, but at the end of the day, if it affects playoff standings, it could be deemed a forfeit, because we tried to play it and they were the ones that wanted to do no contest. So
in the end, at the end, it could work in your favor either way.
We'll be.
It won't harm you.
Yeah, I'm not going to sweat about it any. So, like you said, the most important thing, we just keep doing what we're doing and don't worry about those things, and we'll keep on winning and we'll be just fine.
4 games left. Granger. Forgot about Granger. Sorry to the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
But you've got Sullivan East ahead of you. That's the most important one up to date at this point, this Friday, when you travel on the road to play them. You got 3 keys to the game this week that you need to carry out in order to win that game on Friday night. What are they?
You know, I'll try to go back to the same thing that we went when we were talking about volunteer. We got to continue to get better at special teams. If we're going to be a playoff contender, we've got to get better at special teams. We adjusted some personnel on some things, and we've got to be able to continue to kick that thing deep if we can. But we got to continue to get better at special teams, and that's a big opportunity for us during practice this week, and then on the game on Friday night. You know, we're scoring a lot of points, so it's a lot of kickoff opportunities for us. So we got to continue to get better at that. You know, when a football team has to drive 80 yards against our defense right now, I feel pretty good that, you know, they're going to do something dumb or they're going to punt, and instead of giving up we're not giving up many big plays, and so you know, punting that football would be big. But then the next big key is we got to continue to get better at our passing game, and this Friday night gives us the opportunity to do that as well. But you know, on Friday night, excited about that opportunity as well. And then the last one, we got to continue to get better on our passing game defense. You know, they're going to throw the football at us a lot, but we got to continue to get better at that on Friday night.
So this Friday night, 7:30 at Sullivan East. I know things have been weird this week, but hopefully going forward, the next time we sit down, things can be a little more normal.
Yeah.
I know it's out of everybody's hands. Mother Nature had different plans for us once again this year, but like I said, if there's anything anybody needs, please reach out to us, reach out to me personally. We'll help in any way we can. Same to you. If there's anything that you all need, reach out to us, let us know. But until next time, Coach, I don't know if there's anything else that I've got left, unless there's anything you'd like to add.
No, you know, our hearts go out to Greene County, in the surrounding counties. Anything that we can do to help anybody out, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
That's all I've got, Coach. Once again, appreciate you sitting down with me.
Yes, sir. Go Devils.
Absolutely. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Marathon QuickStops Eddie Spradlen Show. We look forward to seeing you all next time here on Grassroots Media.